NOLA Gent here at Parkway Bakery and Tavern. Great po' boys all the time. Some of the best po' boy bread anywhere in the city.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. Parkway Bakery and Tavern is one of the most popular po' boy joints in the New Orleans area. They have a huge parking lot with lots of free parking right behind their business. And their location is right next to the very popular Bayou St. John. So let's walk on back from the parking lot and check it out. So they've made a nice new walkway here, and they have just resumed dining in from just doing carry out due to the COVID-19 situation. I've eaten at Parkway many times, but this is my first visit back since the whole pandemic situation happened. So you can see right here they have a lot of outdoor seating, and then they also have indoor seating, and that typically was divided between the bar area and then a rear area where you get seated. With the other benefit of sitting in the bar area is they would take your order directly from the bar, so you didn't have to stand in line to put your po' boy order in. So I'm not sure if they have opened their bar up. A lot of restaurants that have bars have opened up their bar areas for table service and drink service. So let's look in here, and nope, they do not have the bar area open. So we will go in the back. Parkway Bakery and Tavern is a little over 2 miles from the French Quarter, and it's about a 9-minute ride to get here. Parkway Bakery and Tavern is located at the intersection of Toulouse and Hagen Street. That looks way more like a C than a G, but it is a G. Well, fortunately, the line is not that long. The line can extend all the way down through this entire patio and down around the block where we first walked up in some instances. So fortunately, this is actually a pretty short line, all things considered, because the tourists have definitely found out about this place. Right now, during the COVID-19 times, New Orleans definitely does not have a whole lot of tourists, so this could be a prime time if you want to come try out a po' boy here. Right now, it's mostly locals in here for the most part. Now, as we finally walk inside, you'll notice that all along the walls are all sorts of historic New Orleans artifacts, and even some historic artifacts of Parkway Bakery and Tavern itself. Parkway Bakery and Tavern has been here since 1911, so 109-year-old history is right here. And they have a Zagat rating still. I remember when that used to be great until Google destroyed them. And then we have a picture of Parkway Bakery and Tavern before they got renovated. They were looking quite rough. And all of us that grew up with K&B pharmacies really still miss them a lot. So as we get closer to the order counter, we can begin to look at all of the options that are available on the menu here. Our seafood po' boy selection is oyster, shrimp, Parkway surf and turf, which is roast beef and shrimp, Louisiana catfish, and then our other po' boys are ham, turkey, roast beef with gravy, barbecue beef, alligator smoked sausage, hot sausage patty, and a veggie burger, and a regular hamburger, and a hot dog. For sides, they have coleslaw, fries, potato chips, and chicken and sausage jambalaya. And then they also offer desserts, which they have bread pudding, banana pudding, a poor boy ice cream sandwich, and a butter rum cake. They also sometimes have gumbo. Now it's almost time for me to order, and I believe I'm going to get the surf and turf. And I put my order in, and here's my bill, $20.25 for my iced tea and surf and turf. Then we sit and wait for our order to be called. That is an expensive sandwich, but wait till you see how big this monster is. We just picked up our po' boy, now we're gonna unwrap it. Look at this monster. This thing's quite a heavy, large sandwich. And for the amount that it costs, you would certainly expect it to be. So look at all of this meat on here. This thing really is probably around 2 pounds or more. So look at all of the stuff on there. I got it dressed, which in New Orleans means lettuce, tomato, pickle, and mayonnaise, but I always hold the mayonnaise and add Creole mustard instead, so that's the brownish looking stuff on there. Parkway Bakery Surf and Turf Po' Boy, yeah! This really is a massively huge sandwich. Look at all of that beef and the huge shrimp that just fell out of there. This is so much food. It really is hard to finish a whole po' boy. But really, when you look at the price, you do better to buy a whole po' boy and then just eat one half of it and save the other half to eat later. Finishing off an entire surf and turf po' boy is no easy task, and I'm gonna have a really hard time taking this all down. But I'm willing to make the sacrifice just to entertain all of y'all. Comment below if you think I'm gonna be able to accomplish this. Now granted, I have accomplished it many times in the past, but each time's different. I have failed before as well. And already I'm running into problems. If you look at half of this po' boy that I'm gnawing on right now, you see I'm already beginning to lose structural integrity. The bottom half is starting to slide loose from the top half. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold this together or not. We could have a disaster. It might totally fall apart on me. Ooh, this is definitely a two-handed job. Filming with the camera in one hand and eating with the other is not the recommended methodology for successfully eating this po' boy. I would love to have the sound of while I'm eating this being played full blast because the bread just crunches perfectly every time I bite it. But Parkway Bakery on the day that I filmed this was so insanely loud. They were doing some kind of construction in the back area, so there was just hammers banging. They had the music blaring loudly, and there were so many people sitting down eating. There was just a huge amount of noise in this space here. So you will get to experience a little bit of that high volume noise here in some upcoming segments where I do let you hear a little bit of it. But wow, it would have been intolerable for you to hear the entire video with all that noise going on. Oh, look at this shrimp. So, a lot of the surf fell off of my turf. More surf for me though. That's the great thing about New Orleans po' boys. You always have all sorts of stuff that falls out, so you always get extra snacks. Whenever you get done eating a great po' boy, you should always have a lot of other stuff that's fallen out you can also eat after. Many New Orleans po' boy establishments will actually advertise their po' boys as being overstuffed, which Parkway does not do that, but I think you would agree that these are certainly overstuffed po' boys. Okay, I made it through the first one. Now I'm going into the second half. I'm quite full already, so it will be forcing it down. I think I might be able to do this though. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here though. I am enjoying this hard work. If you have to do something this hard, at least it can taste good at the same time. So it's always kind of fun getting all sloppy and messy with a really great po' boy like this. And that is one of our measures in New Orleans of a fantastic roast beef po' boy, is how many napkins does it take to clean up after. So, you know, a shrimp po' boy is great. A roast beef po' boy is great, but you combine the two with a surf and turf like this one, you get the best of both worlds. So it's almost like eating two po' boys in one. Not for the tiny appetite, certainly. But definitely, you can get a half one and enjoy maybe at least half of it if you have a smaller appetite and have a little left for later. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already if you're having fun with all this today. Parkway's po' boy bread really makes them what they are. It's the parts being greater than the whole, and the Parkway bread here on their po' boys, whatever they do to it to toast it right or do whatever else, that the way they prepare it, it really sets it apart from many other po' boy establishments in the area. It just has the perfect level of crunchiness on the outside, softness on the inside, and it just really holds everything together quite perfectly in the way that few other items of a bread type thing could hold such a huge sandwich together like this. And also, believe it or not, I'm almost finished with the second half of this sandwich already. So I've been on quite a pace. So I only have a few more bites left to go and mission will be mostly accomplished. We are almost mission accomplished, but a po' boy here is not complete by just finishing the bread and the sandwich.
It's like a whole nother po' boy right here, ready to go. But a few more shrimp.
So, as I mentioned before, I'm sure you all quite enjoyed that really loud hammer banging in the background along with all the other noise and the entire ambiance atmosphere that was going on that day. Comment below if you've ever eaten in a really loud place like that really made everything that much extra special.
COVID-19 time, no fork to be had. Barbarian eating time.
So usually I would rather do this with a fork, but no plasticware was anywhere to be found for this experience. So it's sloppy hand eating time. I was also drinking an iced tea during this. It probably would have been way better if I would have had a beer. That probably would have made the whole experience make more sense, maybe. I don't know. For some reason, an iced tea and sloppy hand eating don't seem to go together. This is more like after you've had a few margaritas and dig into the last of the bottom of your nachos. But it's a feast still. I mean, it's literally, you could have made an entirely new sandwich from all of this stuff left at the end. And it's also the rating of a great po' boy to have so much stuff left like this. So anytime you eat a po' boy and you don't have a lot of stuff left at the end, it's probably not the best of po' boy places that you've gone to without all the messy leftovers at the end to enjoy. Or in many cases, you can save them for later because it's a lot of food sometimes. Okay, we're almost at the level of saying mission accomplished. So I think we can pretty much say this has been successfully done.
Neat eating it is not. Very sloppy roast beef po' boy.
If any of you have eaten such a large sandwich, let me know where and when and what kind of sandwich it was. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you like this content.
That is a lot of napkins. That's probably a good 12 napkin po' boy. That was pretty messy.
The sign of success. Not pretty, but delicious. So now, having successfully achieved our goal of taking down the entire Surf and Turf po' boy, it's time to head out of here. So just take a look as we go outside and see a little more of Parkway Bakery and Tavern. And we do have their outdoor bar that they have going on here on the left. And then you did see the old car to the right when we came in. And then they have all the seating area out here. They permanently have these tents up now. And you can always sit outside, and they'll put heaters out there during the colder times we occasionally have in New Orleans. And the hotter times, they'll put fans up, but it's still hot. So for the hot times, I usually opt for the inside whenever possible. And then you have the beautiful view right there. Bayou St. John is right in this direction here. And so during Bayou Boogaloo and other festivals, people frequently walk over here. Here's one of Parkway's really old menus, back before they offered all that much. And if you recall, or maybe you don't know, the original po' boy simply was a French fry and gravy mixture put on bread. That's why it was called a poor boy. So the Parkway roast beef is not the most flavorful or the best roast beef in New Orleans, but with the addition of the really amazing fried shrimp to make the surf and turf, the parts really are greater than the whole to make a fantastic sandwich. So for just a regular roast beef, there are places I like better than the roast beef here. It's actually kind of bland roast beef overall until you add other stuff to it. But the combination of the surf and turf is great. And then their fried seafood's always fantastic here. So definitely for fried seafood, this is one of the top spots. So if you ever find yourself in need of a po' boy in the New Orleans area, the Parkway Bakery and Tavern is always a fantastic choice.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.